I know, right? If the game is on, then things go by very, very quickly. Good job, everyone. Yeah. Seafood at number 1. The nap time, number 2. Melee, number 3. Arblade, number 4. Good job. How many levels? 13? Holy shit. Do I have butter on me? I don't know. I just had sandwiches. So good. So good. Let me grab that. Viaduct, yeah, I entered it the same time as you did. So mine didn't go through because it was the same type of message or something. I was like, let him have it. Alright, we need more power. But I think what we're gonna do... My boobs went French at a point. You achieved your goal of handcrafting till tier 5. Jesus, we're doing the opposite. But we need an assembler. Basically just take all. So we need an assembler. French boobs. And I think we're gonna go and hand feed. That's what I'm thinking. Because we do need to progress. Wrong line. I do want to start progressing. And that's what we're gonna do. So we're going to put down an assembler. We're going to hand feed it all the materials that we need to make the space elevator shit. And then we're going to unlock tier 2 and take it from there. It's going to be interesting. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, then welcome back. Happy to have you. Make sure to like and subscribe and all the good things. And if you want to catch these live, then come to twitch.tv/Meza3. And if you're on Twitch and wondering where these end up, exclamation point VODs is where the VODs YouTube channel is. If you can't handcraft, how do you make anything in the equipment bag? Go and take a look at the exclamation point challenge of rules, and you can see it for yourself. Because there are some rules around that. Encroaching your mama's clearance, that's what. We're just gonna set it up. Oh no, we can't even do that. Missing concrete. Where did my concrete go? Oh shit. TLDR, there's an exception to every rule. Oh yeah. If I pay attention to it, I fail. Like now. If I don't pay any attention to it, I don't fail. Yeah, did you guys do the exclamation point VODs? Oh yeah, that's the YouTube channel where those things go. Also, we need to hook this back up. And then there's the main YouTube channel where all the other content goes. Right. This should be fine. Let's check on the doggos. Hi, little farty poos. Anything useful? Their hitbox is weird when it comes to emptying them. Oh, I'll take that. Do you got any purple slugs for me? No? Maybe next time. Yeah, I think this needs practice, but I also think it needs to yeet you over the pole. That would be the best. It's fine. Doggos, I know you're right, Frutchy. We're gonna have a lot of them. Just need to figure out. I think we're gonna have a layout that is similar to what we've scienced out, that they need to be 4 foundations apart to be able to, actually 5 foundations apart, to be able to mass retame them or retame them when you die. But I think with the new eating animation, it's not as bad en masse. So we'll have probably 3 or 4 in one spot and then space. And then another 3 or 4. I didn't destroy the nut. That's good. I didn't bust the nut. Just bust the snoot. And this is what we're gonna do just to get things started, because I kind of want to get out of the bio business, not gonna lie. It would be nice to not have to rely on it. Smart plating, let's crank that shit up, because why not? Do that, and then let's go and get the materials for it. That's what you get. I know that someone mentioned in the QA site that you should jump off the way you're looking. We need to go up here somewhere. There's a ladder. And I think they were right. Wait. Wait. Alright, take all of that. And take that. I think the two together should be an... Bye. Okay. That was a calculated risk. I did it on purpose. You just fed ore into your factory instead of ingots? Oh no. We all do that, Frutchy. Don't worry about it. Missing cable. I can't even build up there. God dang it. The risk I took was calculated, but man, am I bad at math. Oh, so true. So true. So this is gonna take us like 25 minutes. No, 10 minutes. What am I talking about? We need 50, right? Yeah. Okay. And it's 2 each, so it's 100. I think we have enough in here, which is good. That kind of means that I do want to nip this in the butt. I want to do that. Mainly because we don't need that just now to be running. We only need this to be running, and that's going to save us a bit more power. And then I guess what we can do in the meantime is figure out what we actually want to do. Because I don't know. I'm conflicted right now. I'm not entirely fan of these frame foundations on the side, because I had other plans for this. But since currently I don't actually know what I want to do, I don't want to spend more time looking at it. I might want to spend some time. I'll sleep on it. Tell me what you want to do, what you really, really want to do. Uh-huh. This wasn't meant to be hooked up. Yeah, I'm not happy with this. I think we'll redo this, not today, but I think I want to elevate it instead of dropping it down. And that's going to look better, and that's going to give us the option to decorate the sides and do everything I wanted to do. Where is that coming from? that phantom shadow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not happy with this platform either. I don't know. I'll sleep on it. But right now we don't need to worry about this. What we need to worry about is just waiting out that 10 minutes. Yep. More phantom shadows. Well, can we just get closer to that? Oh, it just gradually fades away. Interesting. Oh, no, it's still there. But only if you look at it from afar. They're shy. Hey, Nick Gaming, what's up? Gonna head off? Gonna do one with Tabby. Nice. Good one, Nick. Give me that. Do we just stand here and watch it burn? Cover it up with foundations. We'll build something there. Do more. Because the whole plan is that once we have this, right? We're gonna have automation that is actually doing this. But instead of feeding it to the space elevator, we'll be syncing it all. And as soon as we start syncing it, we start getting a lot of points and everything's gonna be all right. Also, my lights just went out for some ungodly reason. All right, we're halfway there. So we might as well go. Moment of truth. Will you, Fretchy? Will you? I have an idea. We've seen a lizard doggo up there, haven't we? We need to go and tame it. And also for mass taming purposes, we will need to bring it elsewhere. So we've seen that the 1 meter elevation between doggos isn't actually preventing them from eating. So I think the next test is going to be a 2 meter elevation. How are we going to test that? So here's this little fella. So the way that we could test it is if we're 1, 2, 3. 3, here's fine. 1, 2, 3. No, we need to do it here. There. It all makes sense, don't worry. It's just sometimes a bit too difficult to understand. But we're going to get a lizard doggo up here. And once the doggo... Once I die, because I'm going to inevitably die. And we have to retame them. We're going to put... Actually... Yes. No. No, I'm doing this wrong. Hold on. Hold on. Because we're not experimenting with this guy. This guy, we know that it doesn't work. So we might as well drop him. Yo. Little shits, come on. Come on, everyone here. Everyone here, come on. Come on. Oh, you guys. If I run, does that scare you? Come on. Oh, there we go. Thank you. And then this one more. This is science. Science in practice. Not there. There. Oh, I like the double fence. It's cool. All right, we drop. And then we do this. I'm going to keep these guys separated because we will need to separate them more anyway. But now we can experiment with the height. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We would need to put it there to be completely isolated from the rest, but I don't want that. What I want to do is build one up here. Actually, hold please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do it like this. We're going to bring the doggo here so that it's isolated from the others. And then we can test in peace. Yes. So now we're going to put this down. And then we can put that above. Yes. And now we can test the mass taming in isolation. Very good. This will all make sense eventually. All right, let's go and we have some berries. Let's go and grab that doggo. We also need a path down here. There must be a difference. There must be a threshold. And I think that the vertical threshold is not as big as the horizontal. Because horizontally, having 4 foundations between each doggo pen is just too much. Yeah, the doggo's AoE. So, especially when you're mass, like, you die and you have like 50 doggos, then if you put down a berry, then within a 9x9 square, if you're in the middle, there's 4 on each side, any of the doggos can eat it. And you don't know which one it is, so you don't know which one to run up to and pet. And then you end up wasting a bunch of berries and having a very, very bad time at retaming the doggos. All right, where did you go? There you are. You spot me? There we go. Nice. Come on. All right, you're going to be the control. Come on. Let's go back and test. Oh. I swear that these guys got a debuff. So now they can keep up with you if you're sprinting without a Blade Runner. But as soon as you put the Blade Runners on, they just lag behind. So we're trying to science out what the most optimal layout is to mass retame the doggos. Currently, the best working theory is Smirkin's 5x5. So you have a pen, and then you have 4 foundations, have another pen, another 4 foundations each side. But that takes up so much space, that it's just not feasible for a playthrough if you want to have 1 doggo per pen. So we're gonna go and see if we can come up with something better. Oh, come on, I'm not even wearing my speedy pants. Keep up. Can you swim? Well, sort of. It's good enough for me. Doggos are great. They, especially if you have a lot of them, they give you so much slugs that you'll just never run out. If you're lucky. And you're nice. Because people who kill doggos, they don't seem to get as many slugs out of them. It's just the facts of life. You need to be nice to the doggos, otherwise they don't give you treats. The wrath of Frutchy. right, let's see. All right, we'll test this once I die, because I will. We know that I will. You guys got anything in the meantime? Oh, more of that, thank you. I'll take that too. All right, let's do this, and then we can finally start progressing. I should have set up this much earlier. I think we're going to build towards the space elevator goal from the get-go. Kill the doggos, I know, right, Miss Smarta? There are some people who do that. First few I tried taming, stuck somewhere. It is definitely a process. So once you tame them, you need to take them home. And you need to be prepared to taking them home. And they're quite finicky. But once they're home and you have them penned, you don't have to worry about them too much. It's definitely a thing that you need to plan for. Oh, there it goes. I'm just gonna dismantle that straight away. Put that in and sealing. Oh. And sending. There you go. Blonk. First one done. Yup. Now for for the random. Whoop. Damn caps. Yeah, this is where things gonna get very annoying, because no matter what we want, nah, it's up to your random luck of what we're gonna actually get. Wait. All right, fair enough. Well then, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. Oh boy, look at all of that. Okay, so we have some rules around this, don't we? Random, modified random, no, I'm crafting rule set. There are some rules around this, so... No, that's for tier 5, 6. Tier 3, 4, it's still free for everyone. All right, so I need a, let's start with a roll 2 to decide if it's gonna be, hold on, can we even do these? Hold. Don't do anything. We can do this, and we can do all of these. Okay, so roll 2 for which tier we're gonna do. Number 1, okay, and then roll 3 to pick which of these are we gonna do. Number 2, vehicular transport. Okay. I mean, we can kind of do that right off the bat, can't we? Yeah. I just need more cables. It's always those damn cables. Hey! And then rods, we should have a bunch here. There we go. Very good. Yes!
Milestone reached. Long-range transportation, as well as the construction of outposts.
That's cool, but I don't want to. Okay. Again, roll 2
to refuel and restock
to see tier 1 or tier 2 or 3 or 4. Roll 2, roll 2, roll 2. Lurk awake, Alethea. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the lurk. I really, really appreciate it. Number 2, okay. Now here, our only option in tier 4 is this, which is good. Because until we unlock the basic steel production, we can't do any of the others. So, so let's do that. We have the reinforced iron plates. We have the cables. I think we're gonna have the rotors as well. If not, we can definitely make it happen. We got 3 minutes anyway. Which one's doing the rotors? This guy? No? Little pranksters. Alright, where's the vehicle here? That had a bunch more screws in it. Oh, we're finally moving up in the world, ladies and gentlemen. And then it's basically a 50-50 if we can get coal. Which would be awesome. No, screws go in here. For more rotors. Yes! Roll the 100! Alright, we got that. We got almost that. And 200 cables! Make it so number 1. Wait! One more. Thank you! And then now it's just the cable. How do I not have more cables? We're going so super slow, but this is fine. Everything's good. Yeah, we're doing RNG now. We're at the point where RNG's is against us. Because after we do this, we're finally going to get the Xeno Basher, by the way, which is awesome. After that, we're going to have a 50-50 between coal power plant and basic steel production. And this is risky because if we get the basic steel production, then it opens up all of the others, which means that we could end up unlocking the coal power at the very end, which I really don't want because, Jesus Christ, doing all of that, 200, 100 pipes, 300 pipes, 400 pipes, 600 steel pipes on bio? Don't threaten me with a good... excuse me. Do I really not have any cables anywhere? Man. Hi. Don't give me coal. You're not Santa. I'll take that. Okay, here's my plan. If the mass taming works in this kind of a setup, what I would want to do then is to have a platform. Yo. Are you seeing what I'm seeing, guys? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? No, you know what? That's not as useful. Never mind. It's not as useful. But why is it snapping that way? Oh, it's snapping to the top of it? No. Is that a 1 meter or is that like a half a meter? That's half a meter! That's half a meter. Ladies and gentlemen, we got another one. Half a meter vertical. Okay. There's so many Easter eggs.
No.
I'm pretty sure that this is unintentional. Look at that. Awesome. I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism yet, space. But then if I do this. You could do some really cool shit. That's not it. Oh, that looks pretty sweet. I just misplaced that one, the bottom one. That's pretty cool. Oof, 55 more. But yeah, so what I was thinking is that then we can have this this ladder or spiral of doggos that are all spaced out like this. Mr. Martha, go and have a good lurk. Thanks for the I really appreciate the lurks, guys. Yeah, because then we could do this, you know, where every level is another doggo, and then when it would come to retaming, then we would just need to traverse the spiral going up, and we could have this shit in the middle. What does lurk actually do? It just signifies that they're either not paying attention, or they have the stream muted, or just doing other things, but they leave the tab open so that we get the view counts, which I really appreciate, because that really helps a lot. And that's just general good advice. If you want to support your favorite streamer and you don't have time to be present at the stream, just leave the tab up. That helps more than you can imagine. That really does. Yeah, it would be a good use for the stairs. There we go. We got it. All right, this is gonna be the riskiest RNG ever. Who is going to decide if we can actually go core power or no? Fantastic. Roll 2, ladies and gentlemen. Exclamation point roll 2. First come, first served. Ignis, thank you! Ignis, you're my hero. Thank you. Holy crap. Gamir, you're a scholar and a gentleman. Yes, we got the call. Yes. Oh, we need to make more of this shit. Oh. The Dark Ages. Well, when it's not over yet. We still need to make more of this. We need to make more of all of that here. 150. I think we need to turn on. Yeah, we need to go back and turn on the thing. Just if you do lurk, don't mute the volume, as Twitch knows that. And what? No, they've that is very old behavior. Twitch is counting muted streams as well. You can mute the Twitch player as much as you want. Yeah, they've realized that some people watch multiple streams and then they realize that it's not fair for the streamers, so they've changed that. You still listen, just can't watch because you're working? Calinthius, thank you so much, but don't let me distract you from work. You got me muted for sanity. I think that's a good choice. Look at that. 125. Hey, we're almost there. Let's hook this one back up. Just turn down my speakers on my desk at work. Yep. Yeah, it's whatever works for you, but finally Twitch isn't punishing content creators for that, which is nice. For now, Ignis, for now. We still need a bunch more coupons before we can realize our vision for this area. And until such time comes, anything goes. I think that is done there. And now we just need to wait for cables. Yeah, most of this is going to be done by wall connectors and ceiling connectors and whatnot. But we still need 14 coupons for it. You'd be surprised what people know about you on the interwebs. Oh, yeah. All the ugly secrets. It's crazy how so many people are paranoid about things leaking out, you know, companies knowing things about you, but I don't know. I don't know about you. I might just be leading a very honest life. I don't have anything to hide. Like, if any company, like, I don't deal with national secrets. Of most of my life is online and public. You can watch it. It's like, I got nothing to hide. Yeah. If anything, you got better shows recommended for you or better products recommended for you that are actually relevant. Okay, 300 of these guys. That's the annoying bit. Hey, why are you not? There we go. Much better. I may have nothing to hide, but I don't want anyone to know what I do all day. That's fair. After I talked to my dad about building my PC over the phone, I started getting target ads for all the parts I mentioned by voice. Yeah. Yeah, that happens. Siri, Alexa, all of these things that are on, they just listen to all of that. There's a few YouTube videos you can find where people do tests of this. If you start talking about baby care or whatever, and you mention baby care and childbirth and whatever way too many times, then you'll get targeted ads. Yeah, I think the targeted ads need more context. They don't really understand the subtleties of the items. Luke, what's up? Done it several times where we chatted in the car, and when got home, it had started based on what we were chatting in the car about. Yeah. I personally don't have anything like Alexa or Siri or anything. Everything's turned off. Mainly because I hate talking to a computer. I don't think it's a good interface. So I don't have that as often. But that doesn't mean that it's not happening. I've definitely noticed, especially on Instagram. Instagram is the... Yeah, Cortana's banished on the PC. Instagram is the worst offender. And I don't even use Facebook. And on Instagram, I don't just browse, I just have my feed and that's it. But on the Instagram ads, I've noticed that are close enough to be suspicious. You mean you don't like having wiretapping in your house? Yep. Sorry, I didn't understand that. Yeah. It's interesting, like, as most of the technology, this one comes from a good place as well. This is pointing us to what, the future where we're going to have better human-computer interaction and interfaces, but we're not mature enough to use it wisely. Coal, baby!
Reached. Coal is...
You know what's coming. Oh, you know what's coming. Oh, you know what's coming. Blink boobs. Oh, you know what's coming. Yup. We're not gonna waste a single moment. Not gonna waste a single moment with this. It's coal time. I don't mind bioburners, but for future progress, like I wouldn't want to hook up another machine on biodiesel or biofuel. Our technology always develops faster than human maturity and society, and like the instincts, the human instincts that we have are still hundreds or if not thousands of years behind of our society and our technology. Not Star Trek mature. We're not mature. Period. I wonder. I wonder. I think this might be a good height. That was almost a fatal jump. Ay, caramba. Obviously. I'm holding control. There we go. It would be nearly impossible to not have an automated assistant listening all the time with current technology. I don't have any. So the biggest thing that our society will never actually embrace is that privacy is an illusion. Hey, Draincast, what's up? We don't have privacy, and as soon as you accept that, things become a bit simpler. Who needs privacy? Exactly. But on the flip side, nobody really cares about us until you do something that people want to care about. I think that's another fallacy of human thinking, that we think that we're important enough that our everyday shenanigans are of any interest to any party. There's satellites that can listen to conversation in a building. Privacy is an illusion. Yeah. Yeah, but you're having a rough time with that today, aren't you? It's less privacy. I fear more judgment by others. Shake it off. Just stay on the radar. People won't come after you generally. Yeah. As long as you're not doing anything high value or dangerous or stupid, you'll be fine. Yeah, I agree, Reefa. As long as you lead an honest life, you're kind of fine until shit like the Holocaust happens, because, you know, that's the usual argument against collecting data, which is a fair argument, and that is among the dangers. And it's rough to draw the line of, like, you know, if suddenly having black hair becomes a crime, then there's a whole database of people with black hair. How's the world looking? It's good. It's doing good. We're finally moving into the coal age, which I'm more than happy about. We're just gonna fire this coal setup up in a jiffy. We've unlocked the next tier. We've set up most of the automations for the first space elevator part, but until we actually get onto stable power, it can't really grow to its full potential. So we'll just set that one up right now, and then we'll be fine. I kind of think that we're just gonna set it up here, but I need to remind myself that we're not doing the horizontal challenge. So we're gonna head down here. And we're gonna build up. Oh, come on. Yes, you can. I believe in you. Oh, is this gonna work? Or is this too far down? Please work. This is gonna work. This is gonna be good enough. Oh, hold on. How is this gonna work? The issue that I'm having now is that if I build it here, if I build the generators here, then I'm cutting off a bunch of space from the water extractors. So we might as well bring the generators up and then have space for the extractors. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's exactly what we're gonna do. And then we have all this space for coal. I think we're gonna do a similar setup again, where we have like 32, 64 coal jennies just doing the good work. Not caring about a single thing in the world. And then we're fine. And we're definitely going to do the smirking method. The only issue with this, to be absolutely power efficient, we would need to avoid the use of pumps. Can we do that? I think we can do that. Let me edit the streaming for just a second. Setting up coal power. There we go. So let's do the Let's do the math. Can I build one? Ah, yeah, almost. So 10 meters, right? Power! So that's 4. 8. Ooh. I think as long as we keep the pipe on the ground, we should be okay. Oh, but that's a lot of rooting. From the output from that green hole. So that's roughly right there. That's roughly at 10 meters. Can we do something else? Because the thing that we're gonna have, we might use pumps. Heading home. All right, Void Presents. Have fun building the castle. Will do. So how many can I fit? Here, 2, 3, 4. Would going down half a foundation help you? It would help me, but then it wouldn't line up with the grid. And then we would run into some trouble with the terrain here. Back from your walkabout. Nice. Yeah, this is the only downside of this method. It only works when you have an ocean of water. Yeah. I mean, if you want to be really power efficient. You know, we're talking about peanuts with power now. You know what? No. As much as I wanted to do it, we're not going to do that. We're going to do... We might do oil rig style. Because that will actually fit more with the design of everything else. Hi, Lim. How you going? We're just about to figure out what kind of design we're going to go for when it comes to the core power. Which is awesome. But I think as much as I wanted to do the smirking method, we're gonna do something else. Yeah, we're gonna do the oil rig style, and then it would actually match the rest of the building style. And then we might not even do it here. Do you two just lurk in each other's channels when you're not online yourselves? Pretty much. Like for me, smirking is at the perfect time of day when, you know, I'm just my daytime for me. And he basically streams until I start. And that's awesome. We might do it here. Just because I want to build a... I want to build a waterfall base there. So yeah, let's do it here. It's going to be a bit longer run for the coal, but who cares? Wow. Who's smirking? I don't know him. So how tall is a water extractor? I'm pretty sure that we need to go higher here. Yeah. You know what? Let's just bring materials for it. And then we'll set it up. We need like 12, right? To my normal build. Talboobs. This was just... like that. Whee! But hey, Lim, I think you might be happy to hear that we haven't found any bugs yet today. Oh, God. The other day, that was a bit rough. Game is 100% bug-free. And the power goes out. Yeah, that's to be expected. All right, let's fix that. Fluid buffer method, maybe? I usually just end up having 600 like Mark II pipes doing the good shit. Do we even have Mark II pipes? I don't think we do. Not yet. We had a very interesting bug the other day. My buggy was running away from me, and someone on the QA site pointed out that the last time that happened to them was when they accidentally fat-fingered the autopilot on. And guess what happened? I fat-fingered the autopilot on. So that's not a bug. Oh, come on, really? There ought to be more. There's not more. Interesting. Oh shit, we need to go back. Zip line. Why do I do the zip line? Someone needs to remind me. Need to be quick with the... We do need to be quick with the core power. I mean, to be fair. We don't need many things. It's 3... How much? The core power is 75, right? 75 megawatts. So we need like 5 of it. We can set that up easy. No new zipline launches today. I've never had any. Like my only issue with the zipline is the fact that it doesn't boost you over the pole. I've never had anything else. GP, because why not? Do. Hoi. Oh, perfect. Very good. Very good. And then we're gonna need... Can I do 10? What are we missing for 10? Oh, just cables. Fantastic. Why do I mess this up every time? Bonk. Yeah, we need to come up with a nice conveyor belt platform that incorporates power transfer. It incorporates maybe zip lines, incorporates hypertubes, incorporates all the stuff. It might look alone now, but until, yeah, tier 5, 6, and 7, 8, there's going to be so much automation. This entire valley is going to be full of automation for it. Pum 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 pum. Yee! Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we can do more research here. Hold, please. I think. All right, can someone do a roll 2, please? Because we have the option to do hard drives and we have the option to do sulfur. Hui! Adding the sulfur. Oh, it's hard drive. Let's do it. Do. The downside to the zip line, you feel like old person that can no longer reach the top kitchen cupboards? Yeah. Welcome back, Monk. How you doing? Alright, we kind of have almost everything ready. Oh, shit. We need a faster way up there. Gosh, if we had a zip line or something, wouldn't it be nice? Simmer, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Bum 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 bum. Walking up to the moon. Cables. I think we're gonna do something like a phenomena. Let's just put that there so that we have a point of reference. Is that high? I think we're gonna go one higher there, and that should be enough, because I like to do 4-meter foundations because they just look like they're holding things up. If you do 1-meter foundations, they're just like eh. There we go. But then we might as well go. What's been the most surprising thing that you've seen with update 4? Ooh, that's a good question. I think this is gonna be the first time I build oil this way, and I'm happy. Is it? I might have done it in a private world. Whoa, bye! Oh, the E thing? I'm very surprised that people are so happy for that E thing. I have to force myself to use it. It's definitely a playstyle thing, like I don't use the hotbar either. You're using it constantly? Yeah. It just doesn't fit my way of playing the game. I'm trying. Use all the toolbars. I need to mock up some designs because we were talking about this the other day. I'm not sure if you were here or not. That it would be nice if, like, you have the foundation selected, you press E, you get what you expect. But it would be nice to have a back button that goes up a tier and then up another tier so that you can select another thing. Because if you add in that, then this menu and this menu would become kind of identical, and it would be very helpful for us who help other people to do things, where we could say that, okay, select this category, select that category, and select that thing in these categories. And then no matter which route you take, you could actually do the same path. It's just where it begins or where it starts is different, but everything else you can find in there. So where this build menu starts from the top and you need to drill down, with this, you need to drill up. Because now if someone says, I can't find the pillars, and then we ask, okay, it's like, which build menu do we have open? How did I run out of concrete? One does just not run out of concrete in update 4. You had one toolbar per belt speed, then foundations and pipes, hypertubes, reaction machines. When I used to use toolbars, when they've introduced it, I used it for projects. I had one for laying power, the other one for pathing, the other one for whatever. Another thing is how useful the zipline is. I just tested it internally before, but I use it constantly when actually playing. Nice. What do you use it for? Because I should do this right now. Yeah, exploration is great with it. Might as well just hook it up to something that I can't. Why am I here, concrete? Update 420, infinite concrete. Man, if the update between 5 and 4 isn't update 420, I'm a bit disappointed. Yeah, see, I think that's where my use case is different. Like, if I choose a piece that I want to build with, I want to choose the piece that I build with, not a similar piece and then choose another one. You look forward to seeing me disappointed? All right, let's actually take this. I'm gonna mash it up there. Oh, come on now. Your wire is too long. Yeah, update 420, update 5, update 6, update 6.9. Absolutely, Kurami. That is how it must be. Wire. Okay, I have an idea. You know why? Because I don't trust that we're gonna have power long enough. So what we're gonna do, just temporarily, well, I guess that's that. This is like 200 IQ moves, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to point it out. We're going to have coal backup, although we're not going to have water backup, but we can deal with that because then we can turn everything else off and we're going to turn on the water stuff. So what I need is a miracle. That Wanted the fluid update to be called 350. Man, I've opened a QA site post about the 420. There's some people taking shit way too seriously. Way too seriously. Ah. We need more biomass. Okay, you know what? I think what we're gonna do is turn everything off. Even this can, oh, this isn't even running. We're gonna save this because right now we don't need any production. What we need is the coal to be built up super quickly, and then we're saved. Hey. Hey. Ooh, we got a hard drive. Oh, can I turn around? No. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I need someone to do a roll 3. Exclamation point roll 3. Before we see what it is, we're gonna go with the third option, thanks to Monk. Pure quartz crystal. I mean, to be fair, none of them are actually good. All right. All right, now I need a roll 2. Zap bait. Nice boobs, Ordinary Guys Gaming. That's what you get. Roll 2. Number 2. Okay, so that's going to be sulfur, which means that we need to do this. Which means that we need to make 5 object scanners. What are we missing from that? Oh, bacon. Didn't I have beacons somewhere? If I don't have beacons, then can someone do an exclamation point flip, please, to see if I can or cannot buy beacons? Computer says easy. Okay, we can. Very good. But do we want to? Do we want to waste? I don't want to. Smirking, do I have to or can I choose not to? Oh, it's just one. Oh, hold on, but I need a lot, don't I? I need 15, so that's 2 coupons. And this needs power. Smacking! I can choose not to, but I'm stalled. Okay. Well then. Why? I had beacons there. Jesus Christ. Oh, I just wasted 1 coupon. I wasted 1. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's okay. I'm not mad. You're mad. What are you talking about? Where's all my screws? Stop screwing around. Are you serious? Did I take up all the screws from here as well? The one place I didn't check for fudging beacons, turns out that it had beacons. No. Now you're screwed? Yeah. I can make 2. I need 5, right? Oh, crap. Actually, we can just do this. I'm sure there's a build up here. There we go. Oh, no power. Crap. Crap. Can do the slugs in the meantime. Excuse me, why am I still going forward? Hello? Game? Thank you. So basically, whenever you press Q or open up a menu, it continues pressing the button that you were pressing. All right. That's 4. And then we should have enough here again. Oh, 5. Really? Really? Thank you. Really, game? Really? Not enough space in there. What can go wrong will go wrong. I need more cables. Obviously. It's about high time that we automate cables. Did we need a hundo? Yeah. You know what I just remembered? Do we actually need... Oh, thank God. I thought we need rubber for the pipe pump, but we don't. I have a cable 24/7. You're not wrong, monk. All right. Start research. And then I think the only research that we can do from now on is going to be the hard drives, which is actually very reassuring. All right. Let's fill this up with wire, and then we'll have enough cables. Oh, and then the days of hand feeding are soon to be over because we're moving on to coal. I'm so happy. So happy. Ba-da-ba-da. Excuse me. I put things into you. There you go. Thank you. Dee-dee-dee-dim. So instead of the original plans, what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 extractors per pipeline. And we're going to make it in a way where we prepare it to use Mark II pipes. Freezing! We don't have a command for phrasing. We should. We really should. Would be awesome. Wait! We did it! This is how we're going to test the lizard doggos. I'm just gonna die here. All right, so this is still doing its thing. I'm making this so that we have enough coal to kick off the process. And then this is going to be a big oil rig looking thing eventually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What's the difference from Mark 1 and Mark 2 pipes? Mark 2 pipes carry 600 cubic meters a minute, and then Mark 1 does 3. Best part of the zipline is the mini heart attacks when you're about to miss. I agree. And then the risk, if you're playing with lizard doggos, it just adds the risk, or adds to the risk factor. Because the more doggos you have, the more time penalty you take for death. That is pretty cool. So the reason why we've done that middle section is because of this. Ooh, ma'am, ready? Oh, did I leave the hard drives back? Oh. All right, I'll finish up this side and then we're gonna go back and put in a hard drive to cook. But I think we did a very good job at controlling the random, because right now the only thing that we can do in the MAM is hard drives. Or friends, yes. You have a base we can only go in and out with a zip line? That's actually really fun. The only issue with that is what happens when you die and you need to get back to your stuff. You need to have a zip line there at all times. Yeah, I mean, if you know the tricks of foundation laying, that's not too bad. You need to have this middle section like every 10 or 12 blocks, and then it's quite easy. We have friends. Obviously, people who want mass foundation laying tools, they don't know about this. The one thing that could... We were thinking about this a while back. The one thing that would be awesome is to lock the dimension of the foundation laying. So if I could say that I'm doing 2D, then no matter where I misclick, it would just do 2D, not go under. And then I could do much faster. Because right now I need to make sure that the targeting is above the top half of the foundation. And sometimes it's rough. Sprinting down the edge, that is good as well, but it's not as fast as this. Oops, wrong button. Hover pack. Yeah, this is almost a no-brainer. If we could log the dimensions, then it would be faster. And also, there's the issue of the rotating hologram. When you're doing a super quick build, like Smirkin does with his macro, and then the hologram rotates a bit, and then you put the next one on that, and the whole thing just flies off. That is not fun. Yeah, so to build out a row of foundations. Yeah. So when I was making the 818 train world, I used the smart mod to lay the foundations for the train track. And I did, what is it? I needed to do 805 foundations in a row. I pressed the place it now. And then for the next 10 minutes, I was watching the millions of concrete flying out into the distance. It was beautiful. And it didn't kill the game, which I was completely expecting. Okay, so massive concrete blob, just a bong flying off. I kind of want to go 2 and 2 in, so this is where we're going to start. We're going to put down the coal generator somewhere. Let's say we put it over here. A sip of water for everyone from Juice. Let's do it. Guys, grab your drinks, grab your waters. No beer, no wine, no anything, water. Stay hydrated, kids. Stay hydrated. So, how did I run out of cables? God dang it. We could technically still do the smirking method. You know what? Let's do it. Smirking, I'm gonna do it. Prosit? Yeah. Back to building. Ooh, I'm gonna do it smirking, and we're gonna take the hit on the... We're gonna take a hit on the pumps. But maybe the downclocking off... Ooh, does anyone want to do the math? Oh, shit. I don't even know how to give you the issue. So here's the 2 things that we can choose between. Is we have 2 overclocked extractors on one pipe that is full, feeding a few generators, versus 1 underclocked extractor and a pump feeding a single generator. Which one has the more net power output? Did you actually do the math on it with pumps included or without pumps? Because I think yours is without pumps. Oh, with pumps. Okay, then never mind. Yeah, if you did it with pumps, then we're good. Three pumps, 3 and 4. No. 1 pump, 1 generator. We don't do 100% generators. Whoa! Those are the rookie numbers. Oh, we need to put in a hard drive. I really want to look into a fix for that zipline stuttering around poles. $8.25 what? Megawatts? Yeah, there's a lot more stuttering that needs looked into, Lim. Oh, actually, do I have the hard drives on me? Yes. Making chicken and rice, tomatoes, coconut milk, seasoning. Ooh, nice, Monk. I've gotten some cherry tomatoes with my grocery order today. And it's the size that is a bit over the cherry tomato size, but it's not a full size yet. So when you're eating it, you have to make a decision whether you want to cut it or not. If you cut it, it's too little. If you don't cut it, it's too much. So I ended up not cutting it. I put it in my mouth and it just exploded as I bit on it. Beef stroganoff with bacon there. Oh. Oh shit. Oh, I got saved. You do a call with 3 extractors with a C pipe. See, I never liked that build. That's just weird. My usual is to have 2 overclocked generators on a normal pipe or a Mark II pipe, and that gets distributed evenly between, I think, 6 extractor or generators. It's pretty nice. Hey, Chili. All right, let's do this. So what we're gonna do is... Oh, do we want to deal with lights here too? I want to deal with lights. We're gonna play with lights. Okay. Hold, please. This changes everything. Or does it? I can use this as a means of getting down. And this is what we're gonna do, I think. Oh, this is gonna be... This is gonna be sexy. Hold, please. Hold, please. Oh, I've got to set up for you. Oh. All right, we're going for the flare. We're going for the absolute flare. This should fit, right? Yes. Very good. And then this should fit too. Yeah, easy. The only downside of what I'm about to do is that we'll have to double up on the concrete, but it's gonna be awesome. Do I want to do that? I guess we could do that. And then that's going to be the end of that. Great. Oh boy. Yeah, this is going to take a bit of tinkering, but oh man, it's going to look good. It's going to look good. I think that kind of means that we have to center these properly. Yeah. Oh, but this is actually gonna look good. Okay. How many do we have cut out here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's less than 30 meters up. It's absolutely less. We might need to do 2 pumps in this instance. No, not 2 pumps. We're fine. Just 1 Mark 1 pump. And then we're going to distribute the coal down here as well. So it's going to be a super clean build, and the coal is going to be coming up from down here. In each location, like that, and then oh, it's even better. We could actually just pull the yeah. Oh, this is gonna be great. And then each of these again is gonna have an extractor under them. Oh boy. Woohoo! Oops, actually, in order for this to look good, we'll have to have a 1 meter foundation below there everywhere. Oh yeah. Okay, so we need to make is it still 4.5 a minute for fuel? And what's the consumption rate these days? One more. Oh, this is gonna look so good. We just need like 20 more coupons before I can do what I want to do, but hey, it's okay. It's fine. I'm very happy with this idea. Oh, especially with the new missing rods. I think we will be able to do this if we have enough rods. Yeah, so the style of lighting that we're going for in this playthrough is definitely an underlighting. And I've scienced it out already. You could see it, the result in the dev stream where they showed off my lighting, which was awesome. But that requires some preparation, and we don't have all the pieces for that so far. Very good. So that is 475, right? So in order to replace what we have now is we need 8 2 4. Actually, no, if we overclock it, we don't need 8. But if we have 8, then we're absolutely set. Five. Overclocking gives you 151? Really? That doesn't sound right. Because 75 times 2.5. Oh, that does sound right. Okay. So 600, 151, it's 4. Very good. So we're technically good enough already, aren't we? We might as well start doing it then, because we need that power sooner than later. And this is what we're gonna do. Mam's ready. Very nice. Can I do that? How good will you look? Is there no middle ground? Come on. We got this. Hold on. Default vertical. It's not cool. I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. So we're gonna do this and then gonna do that. Boom! Very nice. Very nice. Not there. Gonna drop that by 1, bring it out. Grab it like so. And boom. Go away. The order of operations really matter. Oh, this is gonna look sick. And what we can do eventually is get a watercolor. But I don't really want to mess with the colors just yet because I need to set up the entire palette. Technically, what I'm doing here isn't needed. Like, you don't necessarily want to have, wrong button, a wall hole, but I think it's gonna make our life easier when we go down and set up all the extractors. It's going to make more, like, we are going to see where it needs to end up at. And that's why I'm putting it in. Technically, you wouldn't need it. Because pipes penetrate. You heard it here, folks. Pipes penetrate. There we go. All right. And then splitter. Pipes penetrate. Need to be said softly. You're right. All right. Do we want to do load balancing here? 2, 4, 6. We could, if we really wanted to. Let's do it. Now that we've placed it all down, let's do load balancing. I don't technically need these, do I? Just for looks. I don't really care. I'm gonna regret this later on because expanding on load balancing isn't easy. It's fine. I need more rods. God dang it. I should make some parachutes. That would be handy. Alright, so are you guys full yet? No. That was a clencher. Alright, got the rods. I still have some plates. Very good. Alright, I think we'll be fine. Oh, did I get a research? I think we did. Oh, baby. Alright, can someone do a roll 3, please? I'm not entirely excited about any of these, so it's not a big deal. Number 2. Thank you, Yama. Let's do the next one. Ooh, roll 2. Well, yeah, was it? It was 2 for Philippos as well. Very nice. We would need a surprise me button. Doesn't that concrete recipe get you all wet? Oh. Hoi. Eh. Yee. All right. We're so close, yet so far. I just need those coupons so badly. But once we fire this up, we will be able to actually run the automation for the thing, for the space elevator parts. And once we do that, we will be able to get all the things. The reason why I'm considering even doing the load balancing here is because this is the method that will give us power the quickest. All the other options are slower. And then we might move to a manifold later when we have faster belts, because that might make more sense. But until such time comes, this is what we're stuck with. What up, Sid? I don't know what I want to do here. I honestly don't know. It's nice to see load balancing once in a while, but it's also so my biggest issue with load balancing is the scalability issues. Like, what if I want to add on one more, and instead of 6, I want to have 7? I need to rejig the whole thing. If I want to add in another one, then it's weird. If it's a manifold, then you just keep on adding on and adding on and adding on. It's much more modular. And since I don't do big design up front for machines, I never know how much I need. By the way, do we do 250 overclocking or just 200? Have to had a talk with your son today. Decided to take on a 5th grader. He's in 1st grade. Did he win? That's the important question. The amount of overclock, 250 or 200? 250, all right. He beat him with a racket. That's awesome, Sid. I mean, oh, you really need to have a talk with him. Either Satisfactory tools is off or the UI. In the current climate, I wouldn't put anything past anything. We've been having some issues with the UI showing it wrong. I have to be the dad, though I'm little proud. Yo. Are you gonna run in the water? I've tickled you. Thank you. Where's your friend? If it was bullying, it'd be different. Sorry, yeah. So we'll obviously have to make this look nicer, okay? We're not at that point yet. We're at the desperate part where we need coal and we need coal now. But before we do that, where the blooming heck? Whoa, shit. Remember how I said that we're going to see? I think we can. Oh, we can see. It's just very dark. Hold, please. See a coffee stain in the ceiling, I know, right? Is that? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So here, we just need to figure out the starting pattern. I think this is it. Yep. Am I right under it? I'm right under it. Okay. Which means it's here. Oh, we'll figure this out in a second. And it's on this quadrant. So that kind of means that it's somewhere here. Let's see how this works. Okay, we can bring it forward, but what we can do is we can use this. Also, needs to be a little left. I think that's okay. I was told today that the extractor pipe will snap to the pipeline stand. Ooh. What, this thing? Oh, you're right. Oh, you're so right. Look at that. Ho 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 ho. Magic. Magic. That is magic. Oh yeah, baby. That is magic. Okay, so where's the next one here? Here, right? And then it's just a matter of, ooh. Oh boy. Issues. Issues. Well, I guess it's gonna go there. Can I? Do I not have space the other way around? I could if I wanted to. What kind of vertical bullshit is that? Okay, this works. Oh, this is nice. This is very nice. All right, let's look at the MAM. Oh, we got charcoal. Not that we need it, but... And steamed copper sheets. That might actually be interesting. Does anyone want to do an exclamation point roll 3? See what we can get. Ooh, steamed copper sheets. We could even start making these at the downside site. It's pretty cool. Team. Yeah, this is pretty dope. This is pretty dope. I'm not gonna say that it's a game changer, but it's a game changer. Yeah. This is pretty cool. I mean, just the fact that they kind of have an alignment line and they're centered, that alone is pretty awesome, but that they actually snap to other things than themselves, it's just wow. Wow. How many do we have? We had 6, right? 2, 4, 5, so we have one more somewhere. Did I not set that up or did I miss one? I missed the first one. Yeah, that is a very good pro tip. Highly approve. Oh boy. Okay, or saved by a millimeter. Wrong button. Oh, come on. I know it's there. Them snap. Okay, I'm just gonna put it there. What's your incoming belt speed? Mach 2. We'll upgrade. You're gonna head out, Lim. Thanks for being here. Have a good one. And don't work so much. It's outside of office hours, dude. I really appreciate you being here, but don't work so much. Work. Hey, you see this game enough during the day. So the OC gens use 30.35 coal a minute. That's okay. We can deal with that. Oh, we can bring in multiple lines. Means we'll need to we need to change it up a bit, but it'll work. Oh, and we could put lights in there. Oh, we could just insert the lights. Ooh! Although the lights are thicker than one foundation. That's fair enough. Let's just plug it in then. We'll do something cool here. Don't worry about it. But for now, we'll have to suffice with this. Yeah, let's boot this up because we will be needing it. Okay, so how much water do they need? What's the magic number here? %76%. All right, thank you. Hey, why isn't copy pasta working? Aw. Does that save? Nope. You need to enter on it. Oh, so many buttons to press. Hey, Sid, thank you for the follow. Weren't you following? I thought you were. So we're gonna do the old school here. Are we gonna do the old school here? Maybe not. That's 8 meters. Oh. Oh, do I have to eyeball this? I just got here for after work, but I am not nice. Oh. Okay, hold please. We might need to redo this. Is that where it needs to be? I think so, right? Oh, that just looks off that way. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, guys, please feel free to always just paste in QA site tickets. Time to free ball. Yeah. Oh well. Well, let's use something for measurement. Let's do that. And then I think these are best if you're a bit away, so you can kind of grasp what you're doing. And then we're gonna... Well, I wish I could see. Yes, it exactly. Because two walls is 8 meters, so we're well in the acceptable area, and I'm using the top of the, if you look at the copper sheets box, that little white box around the copper sheet, I'm lining up the top of that with the wall from this vantage point. There's nothing better than I can do. It's gonna be fine. It should be relatively equal. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's not gonna be completely out. It's gonna be good enough. There we go. Hey, it doesn't even look that off. I bet that we could just build up like these, and then, you know, that would have been easier, but we'll do that in the next round. All right, so that the way that I want to do the power here, again, is something that we can't do because we don't have the bloody power attachments yet. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, that is so nice. Look at that. Having the little nibby nub outside. Oh, that is beautiful. That's very good. Much, much, much needed improvement right there. Yeah, I've read your comment, Ansgar, earlier today, and I thought that this is the case, but I haven't actually seen it until now. Very nice. Yeah, it's great. It's absolutely great. Okay, so we have this coming up. Yeah, I think it's just, it's from an update from today. So now, if we have 120... 120 divided by 6, that's 20, so that's not good. So we need like 31 times 6, which is 186, which means that we need to already rejig the load balancing. See? This is what I'm talking about. Bring it out there. There we go. There. And then this guy is gonna come out all the way here. Did I do that right? 1, 2. And that guy is gonna come over here. Oof. 1, 2. Boom. Very good. And then this can go down there. Sweet Caroline. So that is 2 lines of coal that we need to bring here somehow. And I kind of want to bring it a bit higher than we are right now. Set one random belt to 89 degrees instead of 90 degrees. Wouldn't that be annoying? Can I actually use this on these? How you doing today, Blast Trade? I hope the day is treating you well. So I think... that I already want to figure out a conduit or something where we can do this well. I really want to use this. Inside or above? Above. We're gonna have it above. We don't have the footings for it yet. Yeah, I like this area too. Do-do-do-do. More coal. I know, right? There's so not enough coal here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna have a quick autosave. Ooh, we're gonna need so much more of the reinforced iron plates. It's kind of crazy. 1. Two. Yeah, this is what I want. Is this gonna work? I think it's pretty good. You headed home? Great! Awesome. Do I want this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That goes there. Now we snip that so that we have a bunch of backup coal in there. And how much was this up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think so. That looks about right. 1, 2. Right there. Oh, well, here we go. I kind of want to make this come out here. And this come out here. And that way we have them equal. So I'm just gonna build one out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I can see how far he goes. I'm just gonna build one out so that we get some more power. And then we can start thinking about how we're going to make the rest of the reinforced iron plates that we need. I'm so gonna fall. Holy Mark II. See, I'm using it. Holy moly, it's a Shalidor raid. Hello, everyone. Welcome on in. Shalidor. We need the pew 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 pew. What's up? How you doing, everyone? Can we get a shout out for Shalidor, please? Another awesome Satisfactory streamer. Skyfan, hello. Big Bad Jeff, hi. Welcome on in. Howdy, howdy. We're doing the call thing. When was the last time you did call? Huh? Satan Z, hello, Lobster. We're doing the call thing. We're doing the random no handcrafting challenge, which is definitely challenging. And we've added on the new content addendum. Oh, hey, we don't even need to elevate here. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, that is awesome. We're on the right height. Ooh. Shit. Almost fell there. Oh, Mark III belts. Oh, how nice. I'm jelly. We're struggling with Mark IIs. It's them times. Do I still have enough to make the other line? I have 3 left. Then that's a no. All right, let's turn these on. Everything is in flux right now, which is awesome. I love the early game. It's one of my favorite things. And that's where we're at. Turn that on. You've never tried it? It's pretty good. Whether it's worth it or not is still TBD. I haven't played with it that much. Oh man, and I still don't have... So if you guys don't know, we're playing the random no handcrafting challenge. If you're interested in what that is, do !challenge in chat, and that will get you a link to the rules. But the main concept is that if we need to decide anything, basically chat rolls random. And if it's cool, then it's cool. Otherwise, we are doomed. And unfortunately, to have my light setup that I want to do, we need both wall connectors and curved foundations, or whatever it is called, the quarter pipes. In order to get that, we've rolled for the sequence of unlocks that I need to do in the awesome shop, and I'm still like 14 coupons away, 16 coupons away from being able to do what I want to do with lights, and it annoys the fuck out of me, but it is what it is. Until then, we do temporary janky shit like this. And then we need to hook the rest up. Your floor is too steep. There we go. Yeah, we're doing the same thing, Shalidor. So we're only opening up. Like, we can only progress to the next tier once we've opened all the hard drives in the given tier. All right, here we go. This should still suffice. Very good. Why are you guys still red? Am I just not close enough? I see one green. Oh, they're turning on. All right. Very good. So there we go. There they go. Yeah, I know, right? We have I have 8 yet to be opened. Speaking of which, oh, come on. We need to go back. So this is how we're doing the power setup. There's going to be lights underneath. It's going to look awesome, but only when we get all the things that we need from the type of light I want to do. So these guys should slowly start ticking on. Why are you backing up? Oh, farts. Are you Mark 2? No, you're Mark 1. Oh, shit. I need more reinforced iron plates. God dang it. Wrong button. Yeah, I'm here in the Crater Lakes. It's awesome because there's 3 pure coal nodes up here and a bunch of water. Whoa. Let's go back to the base. We're trying to use the zip line more, but all it's given us is death. There we go. All right. Oh, we haven't done a new hard drive? God dang it. All right. All right, little fatty poos, you got anything for me? I don't needed that. I can need that. I can use that too. Don't need that. Hi. I don't need that. Alright, so we needed reinforced iron plates, which are back at there, the space elevator. So the whole plan is something that I've never done before in any Satisfactory playthrough, is to build a permanent space elevator parts factory. So that's what we're going to do, and that's what we started doing, is that everything that we need to build for the space elevator is going to stay there, is going to be permanent, and we're going to be sinking the excess. So it's very different, and it requires much more power than normal factories do, because what I would do normally is to repurpose the machines or just tear them down. I usually even tear down the space elevator for the playthroughs because why have it? But with update 4 came out the very last space elevator step, which is a massive undertaking, something that I'm really looking forward to actually doing. So this whole area is going to be filled with the basics, and then the way that the final tier works is just stupid. So we're gonna do that, and these are not going to be floating platforms, but I don't have the coupons yet to unlock the materials that I want to make this look nice with. So that's it. Right now, this is what we're here for: the rotors and the reinforced iron plates. And the inevitable fall. For some reason, I always fall there. I don't know why. I think as soon as we get the coal up and running, which is minutes away, we're going to go and focus on actually turning on all of this automation and having it run, because we're going to need more. We have to expand and we have to upgrade and we have to do all the things. We need to unlock the steel production too. Boy, we got work to do. We got work to do. Because we need to upgrade to tier 3 or Mark 3 belts ASAP. Fortunately, if all the coal starts sticking in, that means that we've had enough of the biogens. Oh, this is still half full. Oh, very good. Very good. Okay. Very, very good. We've shut off half the factory just to save on biomass. And as soon as the coal comes online, we can turn everything back. And it's going to be great. And this is how I die. Just foreshadowing. Because that's a fault. Yep. I don't know how many times I've done that already. Right, so that's Mark 2. Mark 2s all the way. Good. Honk. Woohoo! Too much, too much. 1, 2. Very nice. Made it. Very good. Very... What the fuck? I don't know what that was. Alright, so that's all Mark 2 now. Now this should be all Mark 2. Very good. Honk. And we're up here. Perfect. So we're doing the smirking method where all of these are overclocked. And the extractors are underclocked. And everything's right. Yeah, this seems to be working. Cruising for bruising. And now with the updated belts, we're actually going to get the proper coal flow as well. Especially as soon as this arrives. I can't wait to see the lights, but we still need to have more coupons. What's the over-underclock method? Hey, Smirking, do you have your article link? Smirking did some science. It's not my favorite way of doing it aesthetically. Yeah, just paste it, Smirking. That's the best. It's not what I would normally do aesthetically, but it's definitely space efficient and power efficient. There we go. So basically overclock all the generators. It gives you 187 megawatts, and each generator has its own water extractor. But because the generators only need 91 cubic meters of water, that kind of means that you can go and underclock the water extractors, which in return don't use as much power. Because these guys now use 12.9 megawatts instead of 20. Right? So that's actually pretty good. Was it 79 or 78%? 78%. No. 76? 76. Or even you can go 75.8333. But let's just do 76. The reason why I don't like this is because it requires way more water surface. Like if you do the way that I usually do, you need 2 fully overclocked extractors for 8, I believe. Especially if if it's fully overclocked and a Mach 2 belt, it's like 16 coal generators or something. All right, Shelly, thank you for the raid. Thanks for bringing your friends over. Have a fantastic night. But I wanted to try this. I've never done it this way. So why the hell not? Give it a go. Which is nice. How are we doing here? Capacity 14, well, 1.4 gigawatts. Gigawatts. All right, we won't be able to upgrade this unless we move to steel. So let's go back to the MAM. No, let's go back to the hub. And I think there's nothing else that we can do but the steel. Gigawatts. What happens if you zipline clipped cord? I don't think you can. Or what do you mean clipped cord? It'll just be stuck to the one that you're on. I don't think it gets confused. Gonna head out today, Melee? Alright, have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. It was nice meeting you too. Hope to see you back. Next stream's gonna be on Saturday. At 5 p.m. GMT, hopefully. Hey! Alright, can someone do roll 3, please? Exclamation point. Roll 3 decides if we can go with the bio coal. Not that we need to. Pure copper ingot. Alright. Let's put in another one. And then basic steel production, and we can't do any of these without the basic steel production. So basically it's go time for steel. Where's the... There it is. I thought we had more. Didn't we have... Something suspicious. It's fine, we can make some. Excuse me. You ate it? You getting gigawatt power before level 3 finished? Oh yeah. You gotta go slow to go fast. This playthrough is super slow compared to the others because we're doing all the research that each tier has before we tier up. But yeah, as soon as you set up coal, the limit is sky high. Like, as soon as you unlock coal, you should be able to get around 5 gigawatts, between 5 and 10 gigawatts. But don't rush. Yeah, don't rush at all. What are we making? Obviously, I don't have screws. Let's go and check on the doggos real quick. Oh, thank you. I don't needed that. I don't needed that either. All Jibs, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. You've joined at the right time because we're basically just starting this playthrough. He says, like, how long have we had this? 27 hours. That's not a lot in satisfactory terms. Proceed at satisfactory pace, yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to do a lot of pure ingots this playthrough. I've never done pure ingots until the last one, where we did, you basically get 1500 ingots, copper ingots, out of a pure copper node, which we never ended up using, by the way. Just saying, we just built it and never ended up using. But I'm pretty sure that with all the production that we're planning for this playthrough, the pure ingots are definitely going to be a thing. Definitely going to be a thing. Back here as well. This is going to be a massive operation. Oh, which we can finally continue. You're at 74? Oh shit, come on! The very last one. Thanks, Sid. Let me show you from above, because that's what we're doing here. I'm experimenting with a new fuck. Okay. I forgot about this, that it's not actually power. Where did we snip it? Did we snip it back there? Hold please. We're experimenting with a new type of build. Oh, why do I miss that every single time? Excuse me. Just wanted to spank it and then threw my rod in its face. Oh, and bye. A quote ad is what you need. Okay, where is this turned off? Is it turned off at the very beginning? Hold, please. Yes. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna run. Leave the land alone thing. I always try and build with the environment. The reason is because it's more challenging. It gives you constraints that you have to work with, and that's always more fun than a no constraint build. At least for me. You know, everyone plays the way that they want, as long as it's my way. As the guru would say. There we go. How are we doing here? All right. Let's do this one more time. At least we're practicing the zip line. Who's this guru you speak of? I don't know. Some guy with a bandana sitting upside down. Skeletron plays. Hi, welcome. What are Blade Runners? They're the best thing ever. I prefer them here. I actually have them on. So without Blade Runners, this is how fast you run, and this is how big you jump. And with Blade Runners, this is your run speed, this is your jump. For me, they're the best. I never use jetpacks because then you have to give up the Blade Runners. And Blade Runners with parachutes are much better than the jetpack. Without Blade Runners, life is trivial. Yep. Bunny hop for the win. Exactly. People call them speedy pants. I don't know what these people are you talk of. You prefer Blade Runners to jetpack even late game? Absolutely. I basically never use jetpack. Oh shit. Blade Runners and parachutes, best combo. All right, so we need to turn some of this on because we had it off for power considerations, but now we can enlarge or enhance production. Yeah, the hover pack is gonna be awesome for actual factory building. This is turned off because we don't need rods. Yup. And then let's turn this on. There we go. Like the mod where it combines the Blade Runners and jetpack, but that's well, no, it's not cheating. It messes with the balancing of the game, and that is a big no-no from me. I like to experience the game the way that it was designed to. Oh, come on, really? Oh, for crying out loud. It's easier to get around with the jetpack. I so don't agree. But yeah, like each to their own. Like that's the fun part of the game. Is you can play it the way that you want to play. That's including mods and everything. You see, the fact that you don't have multiple body slots is a very conscious game design decision. They want it to be difficult and to be a trade-off between what you do, and I like that because that gives everyone. Imagine if we had the multiple body slots, there would be only one way to play the game, and that's by having the two things that are the most valuable on you. There wouldn't be multiple playstyles, there wouldn't be these discussions. I think this is much better this way. We do need to overclock these guys eventually. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to go up that ladder over there and show you guys what we're trying to do here. Do I have... Oh, I do have color cartridges. Very nice. Well, exactly that. You're way more mobile with Blade Runners than a jetpack. Yes, the motivational message is turned off. I mean, what's on the tin? You didn't need fuel for it. You can run fast. It's more like the run fast, and no matter where you go. For example, the hard drive hunt is much better just on foot with Blade Runners than anything else. Blade Runners and parachutes. That's all. But I don't have parachutes yet, which I should make. Oh. That's awesome, Monk. There we go. This is what we're doing. So that right there is making iron ingots. You can see it coming in. And it's making sheets out of it. And then this right here is making rods. Currently is turned off. That right there is making screws. And then putting it over here, which is making the rotors and the reinforced iron plates. And then we're making the wires and the sheets. And that's all feeding into here. And this place is all going to look nice. We just need to unlock the materials that we need for them. I think coconut milk is great as an ingredient. I don't like it alone. but it's great in smoothies and food and everything. Parachutes are great, especially if you can unlock the alternate recipe for the fabric and just have unlimited fabric. Latest guy in place. Ah! I just realized that I need to turn back. Because we're looking for reinforced iron plates, which should be coming out here. Whee! There we go. Perfect. Why did we need these? Does anyone know? Oh, I know. Because we're making the modular frames that we need to unlock the steel. Yes. Hey, I got it. I think we're going to go and set up some steel. Some very rudimentary steel. But still, nonetheless, we need to start getting the initial drops of steel coming in. Where are we going to put it? What does it need? It needs iron. It needs coal. I'm thinking about the future. We're going to need sulfur too. So do we make that up there as well and just take, instead of bringing the coal down, we take the iron up? We kind of need to do both because eventually we're going to need steel down here. And you know what? This would call for truck automation. We haven't done trucks in a while. I kind of want to do trucks, at least until we get trains. Oh, and then we could put some street lights along the truck path. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, let's do that. Oh my god, that's gonna look great. It's gonna look awesome. But we're gonna do that after a little break. We're gonna go and take a 10-minute break right after we unlock the steel production. Yeah, go for trucks. I actually really like trucks. People don't like them. I like them. We're gonna go on a bit of a break. We're gonna be playing words on stream. I'm gonna have another sandwich or two. Iron and coal for steel. Keep concrete and sulfur in mind for beams and powder. Yeah, exactly. So sulfur's in mind for compacted coal, so that we can change to the compacted coal alt recipe for steel, because that is way better. So we have the coal up there. We have water up there. And I think we also have a limestone node up there somewhere. If not, we're gonna go and build it up. What I want to do is build an elaborate structure that keeps the waterfall, but adds like a frame around the waterfall that we could use as item routing, where we would have a few elevators in it and whatnot, and ladders. I just want to make this waterfall as part of our factory. So I think that's what we're going to continue with in about 10 minutes. Let me just grab this real quick. Hey, Aleknor. Perfect timing for some words on stream. Holy shit, hold on. Do I have enough? I do. Very good. Boom! 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 There we go. Finally, I can press it.
Milestone reached. Steel production unlocked.
Excuse
Factory
me.
grants access to new, simple steel parts. An additional project part can now be constructed.
Where's the
The
drone?
next phase is now possible.
Fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. You had a completely different location in mind? Which one did you have in mind? The Valley of Boom? We might still use that too. We might actually use that for a base location because of the Manta's path. Roll 3, anyone? If you do an exclamation point, roll 3. Number 3, Biocall. Fair enough. All right, let's put another one on. And by the time... Ooh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, so that's 1. Can I make stators now? I don't think so. No, fine. Oh god, thank god. Okay, hold on. Is this 1? Two. 3. Can someone do a roll 3, please? I need a roll 3. A roll thing come in. Number 2. All right. Climb back 0. So 1, 2. It's this, isn't it? So we can't do that. This is the only one we can do. The power switch. And we should. Okay. Well, this is our next goal. We'll do it as we build it up. Just keep on reminding me that we have to do this. I will be back in 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And until then, make sure to play the words on stream. And if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe and all that stuff. And come out to twitch.tv/VSBMeza3 to watch it. And if you're here on Twitch with us, then exclamation point VODs is where all these go up. And you can rewatch them to your heart's content. Go give it a little sub there as well. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes.